Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kasha, 22B0501. I'll be presenting about the introduction. First, economic inequality and poverty continues to be a major global challenge, particularly within Muslim-majority societies. Inequality undermines economic stability by concentrating wealth among the few, reducing consumption and threatening social cohesion. ASEAN financial crisis illustrates this impact, as regional economies such as Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia face currency depreciation, while Brunei experienced economic instability from fluctuating oil prices and collapse of a media development corporation. In Indonesia, inequality remains moderate to high, with Gini coefficient of 0.39, and policies such as Program Keluarga Harapan have not fully addressed underlying causes of poverty. Within Islamic economic system, Zakat serves as both spiritual obligation and fiscal tool of wealth redistribution. By transferring surplus wealth from the affluent to the asnaf, Zakat promotes social justice, cohesion, economic balance, and this is highlighted in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah, Al-Muzammil, and Al-Mujadillah, reinforcing principles of adil, justice, and maslahah for the public good. Through equitable wealth circulation, Zakat functions as a sustainable mechanism that supports both faith and socio-economic sustainability.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nurul Aida Zulkifli, 25B0903, and I'm going to talk about the concept of Zakat in Islam. The concept of Zakat in Islam carries both spiritual and economic significance. Literally, the word Zakat means purification or growth, while technically it refers to the obligatory almsgiving that purifies one's wealth and soul. The Quran and Sunnah strongly emphasize Zakat as the third pillar of Islam, highlighting its importance in building a caring and balanced society. The objective of Zakat, according to Maqasid al-Sharia, include the preservation of wealth, the promotion of social justice, and the spiritual purification of individuals. For Zakat to be valid, certain conditions must be met, such as reaching the nisab, as known as minimum amount of wealth, completing a hawl, and applying it to eligible type of wealth like gold, savings, or business asset. The recipient of Zakat are clearly stated in the Al-Quran, Surah At-Tawbah, Ayah 30, which identifies 8 categories known as the Asnaf, including the poor, the needy, and those in debt. Altogether, Zakat serves as a powerful tool for economic balance, moral growth, and community welfare in Islam.
Zakat as an economic instrument, and recent research recognizes Zakat as not only an act of worship but also a legally binding social duty for du'ain under Islamic law, obligating every eligible Muslim to contribute as a both matter of faith and social responsibility. It serves as a divine socio-economic system that reduces inequality, uplifts marginalized communities. With the rise of modern wealth instruments such as stocks and bonds, scholars have called for renewed ijtihad to reinterpret classical Zakat categories. Traditionally, Zakat applied to 5 asset types: agricultural produce, livestock, gold and silver, trade goods, and currency. And today's scholars like Masbul and Mubarak 2025 expands this framework, recognizing stocks and bonds as tradable assets subject to Zakat. So contemporary jurists, including Yusuf al-Qaradawi, Taki Uthmani, Wahbah al-Zuhaili, have affirmed that permissibility stock ownership and trading, provided companies comply with Sharia principles. However, conventional goods remain problematic due to riba or interest, whereas sukuk or Islamic bonds are Sharia compliant and may be subject to Zakat on their underlying assets.
For the Zakat administration models, there are several models and approaches to managing Zakat in today's world. The centralized state-managed models places Zakat collection and distribution under government control to ensure uniformity and regulation. In contrast, the decentralized community model allows local mosques, NGOs, or private organizations to manage Zakat independently, promoting flexibility and community engagement. Some countries use a hybrid model where the government collaborates with NGOs or private Zakat institutions to improve efficiency and outreach. In recent years, digital and modern platforms such as fintech application, online payment system, and blockchain technology have have transformed Zakat management by making it more convenient, transparent, and secure. Under all this system, the principle of good governance, including accountability, transparency, and public trust, remain essential to ensure the Zakat truly benefit those in need and fulfill its spiritual and social purpose.
Case studies on Zakat was done in Brunei Darussalam, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Global economic developments have required Zakat principles to adapt across different economic contexts, particularly in Brunei Darussalam, Malaysia, and Indonesia. In Brunei, a high-income Islamic nation with a GNI of 46,045.4 per capita and about 79% Muslim population, Zakat is managed by Islamic Religious Council of Brunei Darussalam. Despite structured collection of Zakat al-Mal and Zakat al-Fitri, studies highlight issues in Zakat distribution and data transparency. And to address this, the government plans to establish the Juzwab department with the proposed program to empower Asnaf groups. In Malaysia, Zakat administration is decentralized, where each state religious council and Zakat collection center handles collection and distribution. And meanwhile, Indonesia operates a centralized system under Basnas, which is supported by private Zakat bodies, focusing on 5 key areas, which is humanitarian aid, education, health, dakwah, and economic development.
Now about the challenges in implementation. One of the main challenges in implementing Zakat effectively lies in several key areas. First, there is a lack of awareness and compliance, as many Muslims either neglect the Zakat obligation or are unsure about how to calculate and pay it correctly. This issue is made worse by a trust deficit, where some people question whether Zakat funds are distributed fairly and transparently. Administrative inefficiencies also pose a problem, with bureaucracy, overlapping roles, and limited resources slowing down the collection and distribution process. Another major challenge is the identification of beneficiaries or asnaf, since it can be difficult to accurately determine who truly qualify for assistance. In addition, contemporary issues such as Zakat on corporate asset, stock, and digital wealth require clearer guidelines to ensure proper implementation in today's financial system. Lastly, globalization and modern lifestyle continue to reshape economies, making it necessary to adapt Zakat practices to new forms of wealth and to fast-changing economic government. In conclusion, Zakat serves as both spiritual and economic obligation in Islam, promoting compassion, social justice, and equitable wealth distribution. It is not merely an act of worship but also a vital mechanism for reducing poverty and fostering community welfare. The effective administration of Zakat is crucial to ensure that its intended impact reaches those in need. Transparent management, proper data system, and public trust are essential to maximize efficiency and accountability. In the context of modern economies, Zakat has significant potential to contribute to Sustainable Development Goals, known as SDGs, by addressing issues such as inequality, hunger, and economic inclusion. Integrating Zakat principle with national development strategies can enhance social welfare and financial stability. Ultimately, strengthening Zakat system through innovation, governance, and education will promote greater equity, justice, and long-term economic growth, fulfilling the true purpose of Zakat as a pillar of faith and a tool for social well-being.